Now, forget the landlords. Property developers are the next target on KRA's hit list. Kenya Revenue Authority says this group of people have managed to avoid paying taxes following the suspension of the capital incomes gain tax 25 years ago. The announcement by the Kenya Revenue Authority Commissioner General comes barely days after Finance Minister Njero Githai in his budget speech outlined measures aimed at sealing revenue leakage in the property market. The mapping of all rental commercial buildings and the lifting of the suspension of the capital gains tax is not only expected to push rental prices up, but also see property prices soar even higher.
We have concerns, of course, about that suspension. We did seek to bring in changes, I think in 2008, to have the suspension lifted so that we can reintroduce capital gains tax.
The implementation of the tax measure makes Kenya's property market the most expensive globally. Experts say imposition of additional tax burden is likely to discourage potential investors from venturing into the property market.
Taxes have to follow the money. If you do not tax the activities that are generating money, your tax base will not grow. And so as a country, we will continue being challenged for as long as we keep the critical tax basis out of the tax state.
According to the National Taxpayers Association, property owners who sell property will be charged 10% of the gain they make on the sale, while the buyer will be charged 3% of the value of the property, essentially pushing the cost up by 13% as developers pass on the cost to buyers. The cost burden notwithstanding, KRA says it is determined to deal with errant property developers.
In order to address this malpractice, the Finance Bill 2012 has amended the legal provisions to impose liability on directors in their personal capacity where they willfully use corporate structures to evade the payment of tax.
In the meantime, beer makers are up in arms over the new regulations that allow KRA to fix beer prices quarterly. Kiroshet Brewery's CEO Tabitha Karanja says the move will push beer prices up, bringing back the dark days of illicit drinks consumption. Now, with the Kenya Revenue Authority expected to raise at least 870 billion shillings this financial year, the taxman looks like he can use all the help he can find. For News at 8, I'm Joanne Werimo.